Well, it's been a while. The London years is back, reflecting on my past life. No, but yeah, after the last episode that finally I persuaded a friend to participate, I was a bit in blank. Like, what should I do now? Well, I kept inviting friends and still waiting for an answer, and some cases to find the right moment to do it. I mean, posting a video together, but I mean, in collaboration with somebody else. But I realized it can take long time, so maybe it's better to come back to the old format, just me. Okay, so where should I go now? Let's take the DeLorean. Where should I go? 2006 again? 2007? Okay, we are not going to talk about a specific date now. It's just reflecting. Now, remember, if you saw the previous episode, so I arrived to London from in 2005. So it was like 2 or 3 years making friends from all around the world, but no local friends. And it was a while now. And I even worked by then. I worked with some English people, but was nobody I could truly call a friend. So why? Let's let's have a thought about it. Why so difficult to have a friend who has English as a first language? When we communicate with everybody, with people around the world in English, um, we have something called patience. you know, Maybe some of us got a good, acceptable level of English, I mean language skills, and another one's not so good. But we've been there, and we are patient. And if somebody doesn't find the right word, we just wait and trying to help or body language, and even we enjoy, different accents, and yeah, it's okay. But what happened there? What happened when it's somebody who has English as a first language? And I mean, always talking about my own experience, and I didn't find too much patience at all. Not really. It's like they expected people to speak almost like them, or at least to understand everything straight away, and not even trying to slow down a bit, to make sure and kind of an intelligent dialogue can born from the conversation. It's not, it's unfair situation. It's like you are always behind. You can show them too much what is inside your brain, your real ideas. I mean, when you are having an intelligent conversation, I'm not talking about the typical, hey, how are you? Let's go for a drink and stuff. Like, now I'm talking about a real conversation, and I guess is where a truly friendship can born, when you start finding out how the other person is. And that's at least back then was really, really difficult for me. I tried, but at some point I just think, fuck it, man. These people are totally underestimating me, and I'm not even trying to find out who I really am. They don't give a shit, so why the fuck should I care about them? I know that I'm in their country, but I'm working to survive. I'm helping the local economy, I guess, with my job. So it's nothing. I'm not doing any illegal activity, I'm just surviving, learning the language, and yeah, trying to improve my CV and trying to get better jobs. One started there with the rubbish ones. So at that point, after 2 or 3 years there, I'm talking about maybe 2007, 2008, I wasn't obsessed anymore with having English friends. At some points, I didn't give a fuck. I say, okay, that is impossible. I can have a deep conversation with them. They don't have patience with me. They totally estimate me. Even at work, I did some customer service jobs, like a bartender, and was so demeaning sometimes, like an old lady asking something, very specific order, and then you're struggling to understand because it's not the typical thing. It's not like something in the menu. And yeah, I've been there at some point, um, asking, can I get the manager? Can I get somebody who speak English? Imagine, like after 3 years they're trying to learn this motherfucking language, and somebody make you feel down like that, like, okay, this guy even doesn't speak English, And then I was thinking, I really wanted to grab a pint glass and throw to her fucking head, But I needed the job, so I tried to, to I don't know, to put a poker face, and yeah, it was really bad, man. It was really bad, and there's a lot of people there with that attitude, and maybe, maybe they were a bit fed up because they had it was like an invasion, was like people from all around the world, and maybe the locals. I'm not saying all of them, but maybe some of them were a bit pissed off with so many foreigners, and yeah, some of them even making fun because okay, I say in a video, when I say I'm from Spain, I had a positive reaction, not from Argentina because of the hand of God of Maradona in '86 World Cup. They consider him just a cheater, and yeah, it's almost impossible to talk to most of them about that. I wish more people had the Gary Lineker attitude. He just blamed the referee, and he even talked more about the second goal in that match, and he said that Maradona was a genius. Why more people can be like that, instead of calling just a drug addict and a cheater. Anyway, why I started talking about that? Yeah, okay. And then when I say I'm from Spain, yeah, the first impression, yeah, okay, paella, beach, sun, nice weather. Okay. But then when you see the same people again and again, for example, you're the bartender in a Weatherspoon pub, and you got customers seeing you every day, then they start changing a bit, and at some point they end up making fun of you because it was a stupid series called how the fuck was it the name, man? They had a like a character called, it was Manuel. It was, I don't know, it was like a Spanish bartender in a series, and the character used to say all the time, "I know nothing. I'm from Barcelona," and then they start doing with me, like when I didn't understand something or a joke or something, they start, he doesn't know nothing. He's from Barcelona, stuff like that, laughing. And in that moment, you're really pissed off, like, what the fuck I'm doing here with these motherfuckers, I could be living here 50 years and I would never have a friend among these people. I really hope they are changing, the new generations. I think so. I think with the globalization, now you can find information in the internet and you can feel like traveling the world just in front of your laptop. So finally, I think they are interested, not only English people, but also the Americans, about the world, about the whole world, about the different cultures, about learning another fucking language. Finally, after years and years, not feeling even motivated to start learning another language because they think, well, because they think no, because English is the international language we had to accept it. My mother tongue is also international, but it's the second one. So yeah, behind this fucking language. So I'm still thinking most of people who has English as a first language don't feel motivated to learn another one. So they will never know how difficult it can be for some people to trying to express themselves in a language you were not familiar until becoming an adult, like it was my case. Because if you learn like as a kid, it's a lot easier. Everything come in a more natural way. But yeah, I really hope they are changing attitude, and because with time I realize when these English people open their minds and start traveling and visiting other countries and not just behaving like a fucking selfish tourist. I mean, traveling and becoming interested in other countries like is happening now. So they change and they open more their minds, and all of a sudden, yes, all of a sudden, I can have a conversation with them, and all of a sudden, they become a bit more patient when I don't find the fucking words, and then trying to communicate, and then try to see behind my eyes who I am really. So yeah, so finally, I can say I found some English friends, but a lot of years later. But it was people in that situation, people who some of them move abroad outside England and another learn another language, so they see things with a different eye, and maybe they are upset with the typical people who never ever move from, not just from their town, from their area in London, some of them. So totally closed minds. So yeah, man, that's a tip for everyone to learn about another cultures and, if it's possible, another language, and travel a bit and see a bit more about the world, and not only English people, but well, I'm talking mainly about the English people, my situation, because of my situation, but yes, it is happening even in the US, they're becoming more citizens of the world now, I believe. They don't think anymore that Spain is a area in Mexico. Now we got information, we can just check everything so quick in our computers. We are all connected, and yeah, in that way, it's a good thing. So it will take long time in my years in London to find finally my first English friend, and finally happened. And it was very random because it wasn't a guy in the situation I described before. It wasn't a guy who ever moved from England. He even, but at that time, he didn't have even the passport to travel anywhere. And he never, he was meeting people from everywhere himself, but he never tried to learn another language. But for some reason, he ended up being close to me and was a crazy party guy. At the end, maybe too crazy for me. But yeah, for a while, was the first one I could actually call a friend from there, from England. And he just had a laugh when I was struggling with my English to find the words, like saying things like, yeah, you need to drink more beer, motherfucker. Yeah, and I'm talking about Mad Mo. Mad Mo, motherfucker. What a character, man. Even I'm writing a novel in Spanish, but a bit about one of the characters is an English guy, and yes, I'm inspired in this real life crazy guy, Mad Mo. Maybe I will contact him. I think. I think probably he will. He would like to be in this series, but yeah. At the end, yeah, he was wild, crazy party animal, out of control, and I could follow that lifestyle for a while, but then at the end, I had to slow down a bit. And then, yeah, I started a serious relationship, and probably it's, it saved my life. Seriously, seriously. That was more like 2010. I jumped a bit, even a bit more in time, but yeah, it was the time I was partying, but seriously partying, like bit scary about health, but Yeah, man, that's all for now. I think just that. I hope I make you guys think a bit about it and not have feelings, But I'm just talking about my experience and the people I found, and yeah, that's it. So, see you in the next episode, and yeah, feel free to comment anything if you like, and yeah, and even if you think I'm just talking shit, yeah, and subscribe and click like if you want. See you next time.